Iraq's Christian community fights for survival. And the truth of the matter is that the U.S. defeat in Iraq may have a devastating impact on that country's minority Christian community.
Iraq's Christians are under increasing attack and many are fleeing the country. Some observers fear that a group that has survived nearly 2,000 years now faces possible extinction.
Look into these faces and see one of the world's oldest Christian communities searching for hope in the midst of desolation. Iraq's Christians are wounded, killed, and grieving in the violence that's shaking their country. But this isn't just fallout from the fighting between Shia and Sunni Muslims. Christians in Iraq are deliberately targeted. More than 15 churches have been attacked since the fall of Saddam in 2003. And hundreds of Christians have been killed. The past 6 months alone, 7 priests have been kidnapped and 2 of them murdered. To understand the significance, you must look at the history. The bloodlines of about 70% of Iraq's 750,000 Christians reach back to the Chaldeans or Assyrians, prominent peoples in the Old Testament.
They are the indigenous people of Iraq, the Assyrian Christians. They also represent Iraq's religious diversity. This was a people that were missionaries that in their day reached Asia.
The Assyrian Christians have pressure from all sides around them. They are targeted by Islamists and jihadists for their Christian faith. They're attacked physically in the south. One of our bishops was beheaded recently. Children are being crucified, literally crucified, and how they're being killed. Assyrian Christians, yes.
Which is not to be confused with the national identity of Syria.
Right. That's a separate country. Assyrian Christians are the descendants of the Mesopotamians, the ancient Assyrians. They still live there.
We don't really understand why they're being ignored. And today they also represent Iraq's human capital. They're disproportionately part of Iraq's educated elite, professional elite, and their flight from Iraq, their refugee exodus from Iraq in this fighting is really going to set Iraq back generations.
There will be no Christians in Iraq. There will be no Assyrians in Iraq. And this is an awful thing, just a country where the original people from that country are driven away.
An American withdrawal could spell or will spell disaster for the Christian Assyrians.